Hello, my most amazing art students. So today we're going to be working on coloring in and painting our Paul Klee cats. I'm going to be referencing this picture of his painting for my colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is color white. I'm going to create a halo around. I'm going to fill this in with white, kind of, not all the way. I just want it to be able to resist some of that paint when I go and overpaint it with the watercolor, because that is the lightest part of his painting. And again, I'm going to do that on this side. Filling in this white crayon that you can't really see, but I'm just trying to kind of go over it and add some texture into the eyes, because there's a lot of texture, visual texture in the painting. Okay, there's a little bit of white up in here. I'm going to add some conifer, and then under here there's a little bit of white. I'm going to add some in there. So other than that, I'm going to call that good, and then I'm going to get my paintbrush and I'm going to start. I'll go ahead and start with those eyes. And painting around the eyes. Now, the eyes are black in the painting. See how it's resisting that paint where I put the white crayon down, so it's not getting super dark around those. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like with the eyes painted black. I was given these paints, so I just wanted to test them out and see how they worked, and if I liked them. I'd dab that a little bit. It's a little bit too watery. I think this paintbrush holds a lot of water, so it's more like a gray eye than a black eye. I'm wondering if my student grade paints are any better. Let's see. Let's try these guys out. Could get any more pigment out of these guys. All right. So we're going to call that good, and then we're going to go paint this eye pupil, cat pupil over here. Okay, and then get this turquoisey color and paint around the cat's eye here. See that what happened is that bloom of color happened with the black, because the black wasn't dry yet. And that's okay. The darkest part, if you look at this painting, the darkest blue is right up close to the pupil. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that a little bit darker by adding in more pigment or more paint with less water right around the eyes. All right, just like that. Okay. So now there's some pink, there's the nose. Let's see. Let's paint that nose. This red color. Just like this. This paintbrush holds way too much water. I need a smaller paintbrush, because I'm not painting a giant painting here. And I don't like how much water it's laying down on my canvas, or my paper, rather. And this has some pink up here where the bird is, and pink around the mouth. You guys can paint yours however you want. I'm just doing it based off of Paul Klee's artwork. So you just, however you want to do it, you do it. Okay. It almost looks like this kitty cat's wearing lipstick in a way. The way that he painted it too. Okay, so I'm going to blend, and I'm going to get some orange. Because there's a lot of orange. Oh, and I just noticed something too. His eyes, or his whiskers have some blue in there too. So I'm going to go ahead and paint orange, all blending the colors because he did a lot of blending of colors. We'll add some highlights and some shadows in wherever they need to be as we go on, and add dabs of other color into the painting as we paint. Because I'm noticing, I'll show you where he has the blue right in here with the whiskers. Just like that. I'm going to do that on the other, I'm going to wait till I paint the orange on the other side. You guys like abstract art? It's something that I've come to appreciate a lot more since I started teaching all the different art genres, all the different styles of art. I think I like more abstract art than I used to like. And I understand it a little bit more now. So notice how I'm just kind of painting over where the pink was and kind of blending that in so it's not so strong. I'm wondering where my white crayon went that I colored in. So the last part that needs to be painted with the orange is up here along the ears. And then I'm going to add some in the outer parts. And then we'll add brown in it to darken some of the areas. Yeah, the white crayon that I didn't push hard on in the ears and the face didn't really show up or resist the paint. So keep that in mind when you're wanting paint to resist. Okay. This paint that someone gave me goes away really quickly. It gets used up really fast. It's kind of interesting. I'm just going to paint everything with the orange color, and then I'll show you how I add the other colors and to give it more depth. Okay. Now I'm kind of wishing I had the bigger paintbrush. I'm never happy, right? I don't even have brown. Oh yeah, I do have brown right there. I was going to say I don't have brown on this palette, but I do. Keeping track of my time. Okay, so with this brown, because there's a lot of orangey brown, I'm going to mix up a brown orange on my palette, plastic palette over here. I grab some of this orange and the brown and just mix it together. And then wherever I saw the darker spots, I'm going to add some of this in there. His cheeks, the kitty's cheeks, had that coloration in there. And I'm going to add more water to blend it. So then, where else? Up here on the top, there's a lot of darkness. So we got to add that up, and this is the darkest part of the painting, is at the very top. And he used ink as well in his painting, not just watercolor or sorry, he used oil paint, not even watercolors. So he was able to get more. And I forgot to add the blue over here on the other whisker. You got to add that in. And adding darker brown around the face, kind of shadowing behind the cat. So you guys paint yours however you want. Mine's about done. I'm noticing that there's some blue up here in the corners that he's painted. I'm going to add a little bit and down here in the corners. Definitely abstract. And then I'm going to add that a little bit up here. It goes into his ear, the blue does as well. So, and he kind of looks tired. Anyway, he has some dark under eye circles. So I'm going to mix up a little black brown color to go under his eyes. And it kind of goes up in here too. Get some more of that and do the other side. And right up in here, I need more water. And right there. So I think that's about it. The bird needs a little bit more color. It gets like a yellow color in the tail. You guys can add yellow too if you want. There you go. That's our Paul Klee cat and bird, kind of painted in his style as well. Thanks for joining me, guys. Have a great day.